Hey, welcome back once again, and here in this video I'm just going to show you how to write our first program using C language. So in order to do that, what we have to do, first of all, we have to open an environment where we can write our program and execute our program. For that I am using the dev C++ IDE, that is integrated development environment. So first of all, what we have to do here, we have to click on this and then we double click on this in order to open this application. Now our dev C++ is open right now. So first of all, I need to create a source file for this. So for that I have to go to my file option, then I have to go to new, then from there I have to select the source file, or either I can use this option Ctrl+N. So once this is open, here I have to start writing my code. So first I will write the code, then I will explain you the code one by one. So here I am writing a single line, that is my first program. Then here I am using second line in my program, that is #include stdio.h. Then here I write main, then parenthesis, then here I use curly bracket, starting curly bracket and closing curly bracket, then here I use printf, and this is printf function, so I have to use parenthesis, and within parenthesis I am using double quotes, and here I write backslash my first program, then here I am putting semicolon. Here I am putting semicolon at the end of the line, and here I am going to use another comment entries, backslash, then star. This is the end of program. So this is simple program that I have written over here. So that's all I have done with the writing of my program. Now let's try to understand what is written over here. So here I have written my first line, that is double slash I have used over there, and I have written my first program. Such things are called as the comment entries. Okay, when we use, so we are having two type of the comment entries in the program, that is the single line comment entries or multiple line comment entries. So what we are the comment entries? Comment entries are the entries in the program that has nothing to do with the language. They are the simple statement that is used for the benefit of the user. Okay, so users want to write, or programmer want to write something for his own information, not for the programming purpose. That's he can write using the comment entries. And comment entries are the entries in your program, in your source code that are not read by the compiler. Compiler doesn't read them. Okay, and you have to tell that compiler that these line need to be read by the compilation of the program. So far to that, you have to make that lines as the comment entries. So when you have to make a single line comment entry, you have to use the double slash sign, or when you have to make a multiple line comment entry, then you can use slash star, then close end of the comment entry is star slash here. So hope you understand the comment entries and how to use them and what is their role in the program. Now next line we have written over there #include. What basically is the #include? #include is called as the directive in C language, or it is also called as the preprocessor. Preprocessor means to say that processor doesn't process this line, or either whatever be written in this less than and greater than sign. So this line is not processed, and this is what called the preprocessed in C. So what basically is that #include stdio.h. stdio is a file that is having the extension h. So H extension means in C language is the header file, and just by using this statement we mean to say that this header file has to be included in this program that we are going to write over here, and this header file is already in our system in the C library. So C library is automatically installed when we install the compiler of our C. So that's it. Now in the next line we have written the main. Now, and this is not only the main, this is called as the main function. So main function, how you understand this is main function? Whenever we write a function, immediately after that we have to write the parenthesis. So this is what called as the main function. As we already learned in the previous video, that is C is having very rich library of the function. So main is also one of the function in this program, and in every C program we must have to write the main function, just because of the reason whenever we have to compile our source code to convert them from high level language to low level language, our compiler start reading from the main function. The main function is the function from which our compiler start reading of the function and converting it from high level language to low level language. So that's why we must have to write the main function in every program. So a function can be understood as whenever we have create a function or give a name to the function, we use immediately parenthesis after that. Then we have put the curly bracket here, and this is what called as the starting curly bracket, and this is called as the closing curly bracket. So whenever we have to use this, so it means to say that this from this point we have this main function body start and this main function's body closed here, and here we have to write the body of this function. So what I have written over here, I have used the printf function. So in the C language, printf function is used to write something on the output device. So if we wanted to display something on output device or write something on the output device, for to that we use printf function. Now how we can use this printf function? This printf function is there in the library of a C language, and its definition reside in this header file, that is stdio.h header file. So that's why we have included this header file, because we wanted to use this printf function from the library. If we don't write this line, this printf function will not work and it will give us an error. So that's why we have written this, and whatever the printf function we have to write within the printf function, we have to write it in the double quotes. And here at the end we have put the semicolon. Here the semicolon is called as the sentence terminator. It is to tell the compiler that our statement has completed over here. Our statement has completed over here. So for that we have to put the semicolon to tell the compiler. Now after that we have closed the parenthesis here. It means we have done with the end of the program here. So this is a very simple, our first simple program that we have written in using C language. Now after writing the program, what we have to do, the next job, we have to save our source code. In order to save our source code, we have to go to the file, then from there we choose save option, control plus either we can use. Now I have already created a C folder on my desktop. So here I have to save this file. So I'm going to give the name of the file as my first. So this is the name I have given to this. Now this code has been written in the C, and we have to tell the compiler that is this is a C source code. So far to that we have to use its extension as .c. Okay, so my first .c, this indicates that these source codes are written in C language, and after that we have to click on the save button. Now our file is saved. Now I wanted to execute this file. Before executing the file, we have to compile the file. So for this I have to go to this option, that is execute, then click on this, then click on the compile option, or either you can use F9 key. Just click on the compile. So here is processing C source file. You got the message here. It will take time. Then after compilation, it will give you the message as like this. Here is 0 error in this program and 0 warning. It means our program is ready for execution. So in order to execute this program, we just again go to the execute option here, and this time we will choose run, or either you can press the F10 key. Just click on this, and here we got the output, my first program. Okay, so one more thing that you have to understand from here, the program written in the C language having the character user interface, not the graphical user interface. So the program runs in the DOS shell. Okay, so if we wanted to make some small changes here, my first program written in C language, here I just wanted to make some changes. Okay, here I have written some changes over here. So whatever the changes you make in your program, after making the changes, you have to first save the changes. Okay, after saving the changes, once again you have to compile the program. So this time what I am using here third option, that is compile and run. But it will first compile my file, source file, then after compiling, if it doesn't show any error or warning, it will run the program. So I'm using this option this time, and here I got my output, my first program written in C language. That is the output, I got it over here. So in order to explain it more, I'm just opening my file explorer, and here on the desktop I am opening my C folder. Here in this C folder I have created only single file, that is my first .c, that is C source file I have created, and after compilation one more file is created automatically over there, that is my first.exe file. This is also called as the application or executable file. So here is the concept we have already done in the previous video, that is high level language and low level language. So this file is I have written in the high level language. For this mostly I have used English language. Okay, if you see here, so all the instruction mostly we have written in language, that is mostly English language. So this is what called as the high level language, and such language is not understood by the computer understand the binary language. So that is low level language. What our compiler will do, that will convert this file from high level language to low level language, that is this .c file to .executable file, .exe file, and that will be runnable file on the system. So that's all for the now, and we will see you soon in the next